I was not ready. Were you ready?
Oh, not ready.
She knew.
Not ready.
She's like, y'all ain't ready.
I love her. So instead of having just one guest on the podcast this week, we're going to have a bunch of them because we want to dig in and really celebrate the diverse voices that were showcased on Wednesday night's CMA Awards.
It was already a historic night just from the nominations, and it was the first time that we had two Black artists that were nominated for New Artist of the Year, Guyton and Jimmy Allen, with Jimmy taking home the prize.
Oh my gosh, that moment.
I know.
We looked at each other. We were both crying.
I know.
So thrilled for him. He was crying. I mean, our whole row, I think, was
we were a mess.
Right along with him, standing up, cheering, clapping. What a moment. That was a memorable one.
The CMA Award for New Artist of the Year goes to Jimmy Allen.
Thank you, country music. This is from my hometown in Delaware. I love y'all. God bless you.
And he is actually only the second Black artist to win in that category. Darius won that in 2009.
I mean, there is a lot to unpack from the presenters to the performances. And one of the things that I got a lot of text about from my friends watching at home was when Brothers Osborne won Vocal Duo. It seemed to mean even more after TJ came out as gay earlier this year.
Right, and the CMA Award for Vocal Duo of the Year goes to Brothers Osborne!
This is Brothers Osborne's fourth win for Vocal Duo of the Year.
Now, TJ and John were not expecting to win.
You could tell by their faces.
Yes. They didn't prepare a speech or anything, but they told us backstage that hearing their name called felt like people putting their words of acceptance into action, which I think is so powerful.
And so to go out there tonight and to actually see people really, truly, like meaningfully invest in who we are and support what we're doing and what we're about, I thought, okay, this is not just a friendly, like, I love you text. This is like people really wanting to pick us up, lift us up, and carry us on. And so that's where I really felt like tonight it was, out of all the crazy shit in this world that's going on right now and it gets a lot of attention, that something very positive happened tonight, and it was just so wonderful to experience that.
The brothers' performance of their song Younger Me was really powerful too. Overall, I just felt like it was a great night for them. I'm so happy for them.
I really am too. And I saw their dad as he walked down.
Big
John was smiling from ear to ear. I couldn't get across the rows of people to hug him, but man, I really wanted to. I just adore that entire family, and it was such a great moment. Okay, I think we covered everything but the moment, the big moment from the show, Guyton's performance with Brittany Spencer and Madeline Edwards of the song that she wrote called Love My Hair.
I found my freedom when I learned not to care. Now I'm not scared to love who I am. I love my
Okay, so this performance was absolutely stunning. I think everybody in the room was just watching them, but they were almost in their own world. The three of them together, looking at each other, holding each other's hands. There was an unspoken connection that was happening between those three ladies on that stage at that moment.
I know I was just kind of in awe. I had to kind of shake myself out of it because I was emotional. I was crying. I was like, I had a lot of emotions going on there.
Now, the song is actually inspired by Faith Finity, a 14-year-old young Black girl who was sent home from school because her teacher said her braids were distracting. There are so many things that are happening when you're 14 anyway, but to have somebody tell you your braids are distracting.
Oh, it is, especially because the standard of beauty that society tells you, your skin is dark. There are all of these things, I mean, that I had to walk through when I was an adolescent. That on top of everything else, there's already so much pressure to live up to this societal standard of beauty. Unfortunately, these things are happening every day, more than we even realize.
To take something like that happened, but then to turn it around and make it into an incredible moment that needed to happen. And
Yes.
you know what? That's the epitome of taking a bad situation and making it into something that was incredible.
Right. To see those ladies up there, like I said last week, I knew I was so looking forward to seeing them up there in the spotlight, having their time to shine. And it did not disappoint. And I'm so proud of all of them. And I just can't wait to see how this builds from here.
Speaking of proud, Faith was working the crowd.
She was.
I'm telling you, this girl has so much. She is such a bright star. I don't know what she's going to do in the future.
Yeah.
But whatever she does, she's going to just rock it because she is incredible. She was chumming up with people, taking pictures with Carrie Underwood.
She was taking selfies with Nicole Kidman. She just had this air and confidence about her that she belonged in the room. She felt included in the evening, which is exactly the way it was supposed to be. And one thing I will say about her, she is actually an activist. And she is introducing legislation called the Crown Act that seeks to end race-based hair discrimination in the U.S. And she's trying to get it passed in all 50 states.
How incredible is that?
Isn't that great?
It is really a moment, and I'm so glad that it was happening at the CMA Awards.
Yes, definitely. I know that we did invite Mickey to be part of our discussion today. We reached out to her and several of the artists mentioned, but let me tell you, the week after the CMA Awards, everyone is pretty much done talking to the media.
They're out of words.
They are.
They're like, I am out of words. I'll talk to you in 2022. They've had enough of us sticking our microphones in their faces.
Yeah, it's a long week. It's a long week. But we've said it before. We'll say it again. We'll keep saying it until she walks through that door. Mickey Guyton, you are welcome here anytime.
We have the rosé chilling. It's waiting for you,
That's
girl.
right.
Come see us. Overall, how would you grade the night? And what do you hope to see will be the next steps that country music continues to take to be more welcoming and just to make a bigger table?
Yeah. Well, I can only speak for myself.
Right.
But I obviously loved every bit of the representation from every angle that the show provided. But we just have so much more work to do. The genre needs to reflect this representation, not just on our award shows, but in so many other ways, so many other important ways that make country music go, like radio airplay, major tours. I want to see, these acts being asked to be support. I want to see them headlining. I know Brittany Spencer is about to head out on her first headlining tour, which is so exciting. But all of the things, and it needs to be done in a genuine way, not in a, we've checked that box diversity.
Right.
We check that diversity box type of way. But if we're really, truly committed to expanding the reach of country music, it's going to take change in ways it's going to make some people uncomfortable. It's going to get uncomfortable.
It is, but I think that this is the time to have those conversations.
Yeah.
And you have to go through the uncomfortable
Sure.
to make that change.
That is where the true change happens. And I think the CMAs were a great start to more of these types of conversations happening.
Right.
I mean, I want to have more of them here and just within the genre. But we've got to keep going. We've got to keep building. We've got to hold each other accountable. And we've got to challenge each other. And even when that's hard or when that's not the popular thing to do, we have to do what's right. And it's pretty standard.
And the bottom line is Brittany Spencer is an amazing singer. Mickey Guyton is an incredible singer. We need to be hearing those voices on country radio.
Yes.
That's what we need more of.
Yes.
Because it's such great music and it's inclusive and it's what we are and what we want to listen to.
For sure.
We just have to make sure that it's getting played.
100%. And I mean, and like I said, the representation is so important. As a Black woman who loves country music, who works in country music, I am often the only Black person in the room. And I have gotten way too used to that, to where I'm now trying to call on other people of saying, let's change this. And I know that Mickey feels the same way, because she's had lots of conversations about that. But, I'm ready to see this expand. I'm ready to see this change grow and stick and really, take hold within the format.
Absolutely.